Fox News has learned that the Clinton Global Initiative, a charity arm of the overarching Clinton Foundation, is shutting down, terminating nearly 24 employees after the Clinton loss in November. And plagued by the email scandal, donations have started to dry up worldwide. The Clinton Global Initiative is known for its annual conference of world leaders and Hollywood's elite. Its doors, we are told reliably, will close on April 15th. Tax day. Is there some sense of humor about that? I don't know, or at least irony. Joining me now, Michelle Malkin. She is the host of Michelle Malkin Investigates on CRTV.com. She's senior editor at Conservative Review, and always welcome here. Great to see you, Michelle.
Thank you for having me back, Lou.
Let's turn to what we knew would happen, and that is without the influence to drive donations and quid pro quo, there really is very little for the Clinton initiative to do, isn't there?
No, I mean, these couple of dozen employees that were left were just twiddling their thumbs, apparently, because, yes, when there's no influence to peddle, when there's no access for which the donors can gain, then there's nothing. There's nothing. Now, my caveat, of course, is that these people never go away. And just as with, say, the left-wing Operation Acorn, there's always a way in which these things sneak back. They morph into something else. They have new names with the same old faces. So I would caution about that. But, Lou, there's a larger context here, too, in why they're shutting down now. These two entities, the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton Global Initiative, of course, are now under investigation around the world. And many of the foreign governments that had forked millions, tens of millions of dollars into their coffers, there are people and officials in, say, Germany and Norway and New Zealand that are now poking around in financial and criminal investigations into them.
And with all of that going on, it looks like 2017 will be the year of the investigation. I mean, there is so much about so many of these scandals that we yet don't know. It's going to be an interesting balancing act on what the president-elect decides will go forward and what will be, if you will, consigned to the dustbin of history. One of the things we do know, Angela Merkel is making choices very, very easy in Europe. She has truly taken upon herself to become a problem for Donald Trump and his administration. She, not unlike John Brennan, the CIA director, in very patronizing tones and terms, talking to this president-elect and his administration as if they needed very, very direct and pointed counsel in order to get through the month. I mean, these people are becoming increasingly just simply preposterous.
Yes, and increasingly unhinged. And in the case of Angela Merkel, of course, committing not only political suicide, but, of course, national suicide of her country. If there is one animating principle that Donald Trump has clearly gotten across and echoed, a sentiment that the majority of Americans who supported him and put him in office agree upon, it is that national sovereignty matters. And unfortunately, Europe realized that too late. And even Angela Merkel herself is trying to do a whiplash of a 180 on the policies that are causing crime rates to explode in Berlin and other parts of her country, a rape refugee crisis that is mind-boggling, and of course the cancerous spread of jihad by her own hand.
Inviting a million so-called refugees into her country without preparation, without a way in which to acculturate them, if they would, which they will not. And Merkel talking about to Donald Trump, saying, "Oh, you've got to be very careful with this talk about trade," as if the rest of the world or Donald Trump were unaware that there's a $250 billion trade surplus for Germany, which runs a mercantilist economy and has actually a de facto organization called, well, it's a front group called the European Union, working for Germany and Angela Merkel. I mean, again, there is such a brazen and absurd sense of entitlement on the part of failed leaders of failed governments and economies in Europe.
Yes, well, these transnational elites, like so many of the American elites, lack self-awareness in Grand Canyon-sized amounts. And so the lecturing, the hubris, the arrogance that you've nailed, Lou Dobbs, among these people, it's not going to sway Donald Trump one bit, and thank God for that. I think his response and his rejoinder to Merkel or any other of these clueless European open borders elites has to be mind your own business.
Michelle, I got to ask you this because I know you're supporting Donald Trump throughout. Did you think at this point, less than 4 days to his inauguration and taking the oath of office, did you really think at this point he'd be doing this much and this well?
I don't think I could have anticipated it. And along the way, Lou, I have to say that, you know, I had my doubts. I have my questions. I don't agree with him on everything. But on the issues that matter most to me, and certainly the issues that we've talked about for upwards of 20 years now, of immigration and national security and national sovereignty, he has maintained a laser focus. And I have been absolutely pleased with what he's done so far, and I hope he maintains that commitment to American sovereignty, American economy, and American workers at every stage of the wage spectrum.
And it takes the genius of Donald Trump to come up with hashtag America First, incorporating all of that. Michelle, I keep trying. I just keep trying. I appreciate it. We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there, right?
We are. This is going to be a fabulous week, and I have to say, as long as I've been covering politics, I've never seen anything like this. Strap on your seatbelts, Lou, because we're in for a hell of a ride the next 4 years.
Looking forward to it, I assure you. Thanks so much, Michelle. Great to see you.